All right, what's up, y'all? We are back with the musings of the Maven. Today is just going to be talking about a free form type situation because I look at things and I get inspired, and everything doesn't have to be about wellness and fitness, but kind of this topic does hit on that little nerve. On the line with us, we have the lady, Miss Afro Geeks in tow. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Well, I was thinking about us when I was watching this last episode, so this will make it more pertinent to both of us. So, I am a Queer Eye fan, the OG crew, as well as this new crew, and this is season 6, and it just debuted at the end of 2021. So this is like a binge watch the last couple of days for me. And one of the episodes really hit home. A lot of them hit home anyway. I'm not sure if you guys or anybody listening likes one season better than the other one. Like I was just telling the lady, I didn't like the Japan at all. Like, and I don't know why. It seemed like to me it was this. Does it sound bad if I say something was lost in the translation? But yeah, it just didn't. It
It
was
didn't
like a
hit.
delay.
I watched it. That's the last one I watched, so that's the only I haven't watched anything new. But
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. It was short. It was very short.
yeah, probably budget wise, but let's bring everybody back this side. So, in this season 6, they are focused in Austin, Texas. I love Austin, Texas. Shout out to everybody I know out there, Round Rock and all that. I love Austin, Texas. And before this last year with the panorama, I would have been happy to move to Texas, but y'all got a problem with electricity and voting rights and women's
Women's rights,
reproduction rights. So, I can't move to
all
Texas. I
the rights
understand
except for
all the
guns.
rights.
You're good for so.
Oh, let's just rewind. So when I was in Austin, one good time I went to the state capitol. Just went to go just enjoy because there's been times for traveling for fitness that I don't get a chance to see a city because I go in long enough to work and come out. So this particular trip, I said I want to at least see the state capitol. Well, fun trip that on the way there, we don't know that there is a gun rights demonstration happening on the capitol. Now, you say, well, that's not odd. Well, I'm from LA. We in California. There's a very pivotal moment in the Gun Rights Act that happened in Sacramento with the Black Panthers. That you guys see that picture, you'll see the Black Panthers on the steps of one of the buildings there, and that prompted a lot of different gun rights because it said everybody should have a gun, but you Black people. So, to that end, get out, walking up the walkway like this is a beautiful monument. This is a beautiful building, and all these gentlemen in red t-shirts and different flags that say different negative things. This is like in 19, I'm sorry, in 2018 I went. They had rifles, they had six shooters, they had Glocks, they had all type of guns out in the open as me and my Black and Asian friends are walking up to the steps of the Capitol. There were moms against guns. They were rallying. So these gentlemen, and I mean like a lot more gentlemen than the actual protest, they were protesting the peacefulness, and they had their guns out. And I thought, oh my God, like I'm such a city girl and I'm such a contemporary girl. It scared the shit out of me to think like if somebody decided just they wanted to open up and shoot at all of us here, they could. And wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. So I digress. Sorry, but I've never seen no shit like that before. And I've been to Arizona. I know Arizona is an open carry state and has been for a long time. But to see all these angry men, angry white men. I don't know if they were racist or not because the people who were doing the demonstration counter the movement were white women and white families. So it wasn't like that. So I just figured they're already mad and anybody else that is other may be in danger. So yeah, going back to that, the kind of ties in, but kind of not. It's- It'll make
Woo!
sense in a second. I know, because that memory just came up for me because they're in Austin, Texas. I was like, "Ooh, remember that thing? Like, yeah, not
No, it's
remember
not.
that good steak you had." No, I remember that.
No,
So
that's. I mean, it's not every day you walk in and see people live in person carrying weapons around, just
yeah,
casual in
I mean,
casual place.
like you got your cell phone in your hand, like it was
Yeah,
that
like
many
it's
guns.
like you're carrying a bag and then there's just like, you know, a deadly weapon because guns aren't made to maim. They're a
No,
killing
no.
they're a killing weapon. It's not like a knife. You could maybe cut somebody, but you may not kill them. But a gun is purpose is to kill. It's it's
That's
it's
what
a
it does.
stopping. It's a deadly force. That's what they
That's what
call
they
it.
call it. Pretty
So it's
Ricky.
it's not it's not people aren't used to seeing it all the time, and you shouldn't be used to seeing it all. It's not
No,
that's
I
not
was
something
not
you like,
ready.
"Oh, do. Here's somebody with a weapon." Ah,
I was not ready. And it's just interesting for me to watch this going like Austin, Texas, and the times I've been there. And it seems pretty progressive as Texas goes. And they were saying this it was very blue in past elections. And I was like, yeah, I could totally live in Austin or really close Austin adjacent. And I just can't see it now. And I got so many friends who have moved to Texas because it's inexpensive. But yeah, it's interesting to see these gents, go around town, being themselves probably with a camera crew because maybe Texas isn't so friendly in certain parts. But I digress. What I was really struck by in one of the episodes, there was a doctor, Dr. Jerica, beautiful black woman, doctor, mom, wife, all the different titles, and just a giver, a over giver, like to the point that she lost herself. And her friends and family and coworkers, they recommended that she get the makeover by Queer Eye. And she had this wig thing on top of her head. Beautiful woman, just beautiful soul. I mean, COVID testing, COVID vaccines, community outreach work, just amazing. And did I already mention she was a doctor? And so for her to have all, just this goodness that she's done in her life for other people, to be worried about what her hair looked like and no one not really taking into account that she's this person of substance, maybe because her gender, maybe because of her race, probably both, and she's worried about this ill-fitting wig on her head. So Jonathan, the hair devo, he talked to her and he said, "What do you prefer?" And she goes, "No. As soon as I started medical school and going through everything, it just became hard to maintain my hair, and I never got told how. So I would love to have my natural hair, but then I have some hair loss because of wigs, like traction alopecia kind of situations." And I'm sitting there going like, ain't this a bitch being a black woman? I mean, just it took me all around the world, but I was like, she's done all this work and she don't feel like she can wear her real hair out and she can't be herself. Like she can't even she ain't shit if she don't have hair. But I know this is a real thing and this is like 10,000 years of this problem that black women have had. You right, Stacey?
facts. Yeah, man. What
Yeah.
it's she's professional credential. She's helping the community. She's doing what she's supposed to do as a doctor. She's healing. And you're telling me that and on top of all that, she done made it through medical school, did all her stuff, and as a black woman, she still got to have this worry about, is her hair that grows out of her head professional enough to let it out? That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And it was so beautiful, how they take them, they do the whole makeover, they talk about food, they talk about style. They redid her space where she was doing the COVID work and the medical clinic work. Beautiful. It was like a gift, excuse me, to her staff just to spruce up the place. Um and when they got to her hair and they put product on her hair, showed her how to take care of it, and then they did that little brush, that one, the circle brush that makes like the curls really pop, almost looking like bantu knots. Honey, she was amazing. She already had the bone structure. She had bone structure already, beautiful bone structure. A thicker girl, big tatas, and she was killing the colors that they gave her. They put color on her. They gave her some accessories, and you saw her like her light came on when she took that wig off. And it wasn't like they gave her like, oh, we're gonna give you some Balenciaga clothes. These are just beautiful clothes from a boutique that anybody could get. And I was like, wow, that's it. And when she came out in her final outfit, so I implore you to watch this, Stacey. So that she came in her final outfit, it was gorgeous. That color was popping, her melanin was popping, and she still looked super professional, comfortable, and accomplished without that piece of hair on her head. And it
So
just made me go, we always got to worry about something. you know?
it is episode 6. Looks like community allied. Let me make sure I got the title. Community allied. Episode 6 of season
Mm. Yeah. It's a good one, and
As Tab always calls her thing, Donna. Donna.
yes. You know, I started reading her book around Thanksgiving, and then the leader was like, "Do you have the audiobook?" So I got the audiobook so I could listen to it because I picked it up and put it down just while I was in Vegas. But I've been on the audiobook. I think I'm on chapter like 11 or so, 10 or 11. And she is just amazing. But I was remembering the first time I ever saw her when she ate those fields green sausages or whatever it was. I believed
Uh,
her so much, and Donna was small, and I went out and bought some because she said it was good.
I saw her eating that, the BTLA, or I believe whatever it was, from Trader Joe, not Trader Joe's, from Whole Foods when she was in her car. I think that was her
Ooh.
viral video. That was, like, the
Oh, see, I
viral
have
one.
never seen that.
Yeah, it was avocado and I forget what the thing, the tea, tabbouleh? I don't know what it's called.
I think it's probably tabbouleh because they put that in there.
Yeah,
They
so
all use that often.
she was reviewing it in she was eating the sandwich, and whatever it was, it looked delicious, and how she was eating it was delicious, and everything she was saying, I was like, "I'm not vegan, but also I would like to try this sandwich." So she made it sound delicious, it looked like it was delicious, so she was having a good time, and I think that was her first viral video.
Man, she talked about her journey being 23 years. And she looks like an overnight sensation. I'm like, "Well, I'm on track." Not that we all have our own thing, but I
Like,
when she talks
nobody is
about
an
Donna,
overnight sensation at
no
all.
one, no one, no one is, but it was just interesting to see, this beautiful woman and all the good she's done in the world to think about being othered because of her hair. Ugh. This world that we live in,
Yeah,
I tell
it's
you.
exhausting. It's exhausting to always, for Black women, have to obtain some kind of level of perfection beyond what anyone else would have to do, just because, you know, somebody will say something if you got a hair out of place, and use that
Oh,
to
yeah.
discount everything that all of you accomplished, because one day you had a bad hair day, or one day
One
you
day.
went, and in general, women especially get that anyway. But then it's on the layer of well, let me discount you accordingly because your eyelash was off.
But that also takes, all of that perfectionism that we give each other because we judge each other as women, period. And Black women, I think, is another level of that. But I'm really
Correct.
happy to see more women embracing their natural hair, just because we are understanding how to like really take care of it better, and knowing that some products work in a different season than others. And some summer I need more moisture, winter I need a little more oil or whatever. And it also affects how people are being active, working out, or just taking hikes and shit, or just being able to move a little faster and better because you know how to, work with your hair. So I stand the natural hairs, but that episode just hit home to me, and I just think I hope that I'm able to see. I'll probably look it up later to see what she looks like, because this was taped around 2020 and some 2021. Uh, to just see this, is she maintaining it? Did she change her LinkedIn picture to show her hair?
And I wanted to say to all, if you're natural, or if you decide to use protective style wigs, you want to change it up every day, braids, that's your right. You're given right.
Or
And
as Tab to say, that's your business.
that's your business. That's
That's
correct.
your business.
And let's normalize that people can change their hair, women especially, of all ethnicities and races. You can change your hair, and you don't need to get shocked. But please stop getting shocked because one day a Black woman rocks a short TWA, the next thing she got locks down her back, or she got straight there. Y'all know, y'all already know. Y'all stop acting like we the only ones wearing weaves. We are not. You just don't notice it when it's on
Oh,
straight
wait a
hair.
minute. Wait, you see how they have the Black women doing like that clip-in style now? Have you seen those in your rotation on your interwebs? Um, you know,
On my feeds,
your feeds, because the white
probably.
girls have been getting, or girls with different hair texture have been getting those clip-ins. Like they take a little piece of hair and they clip this little circular cylinder with the extension on it. They've been doing that
No,
forever.
I am behind hair technology.
So this is the white girl's been doing that forever because I had friends like, "Oh, my clips is coming." I was like, "Oh, you look like a reverse Barbie doll," because it's just like you can see the plugs. I'll show you pictures later. Anyway, so
No, you know
now
what? That just sparked a memory. Remember when you took me to get my hair colored you for my birthday because I wanted a special color thing? Remember that?
yes,
And we went to the salon, in the
in the
Wahite
valley,
area,
in the valley. Hmm.
and it was a moderately in salon. It wasn't high, it wasn't low, it was
Hmm.
in the middle. And the eye-opening because most of the clientele was of the Wahite tribe, and, uh, just sitting there waiting to get, my hair colored, looking at the, Wahite ladies coming in and getting their extensions put in where you didn't or put up taken off so they
Hmm.
could get their hair I mean,
Hmm.
eye-opening. People you didn't think that had these locks coming out just like everybody else with a weave. They had to, uninstall their installation to get their hair cleaned and
Right.
shampooed and then reinstall the installation. So
Yeah.
it's like everybody you see on certain pictures with all these long flowing locks, them is lies. Them is lies. They
Lies,
a wig.
and it's okay because they have the more, like, blowout looking hair as well as the more curly texture hair that you can just clip on now, like, just a different way to keep your hair protected. I'm like, "Good on." I'm not paying nobody thousands of dollars to do that, but y'all go ahead. I will stick between my braids. I love my braids. You will see me with some regular 3 strand or 3 strand braids, I can't blah 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 2 strand twists or my crochets. That I'm gonna go back probably in let's say
Uh,
the middle of January, get
at
my hair.
sometime soon at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah. But
But yeah, all
I
of that stuff is just is are all accessories to what you want to do with your natural hair and whatever you choose to accessorize it, be it braids, wigs, leave not leave-ins, sew-in, weaves, extensions, whatever the hair technology is your business
it's your
and it's
business.
your business and rock it. Keep your hair healthy. That's pretty much it. However you
Exactly.
want to, whatever you want to do. And all of it is professional.
Because you know what? You're a professional, so that
You
makes
are
it
a professional.
professional.
And if
Like
you
when
are
I
not
had my blue
professional
hair.
because your hair is a different color, shade, texture, then the profession you're in is crap.
Ooh. Ooh.
Just saying.
And she said what she said.
You ain't got to take my I ain't nobody, but you I'm just saying. You might want to re
Right. Re-examine, re-examine. So yes, y'all take a look at that. I mean, all the like I said, the musings are just that. I'm thinking I'm going to call the moments that I give like teaching tips or muscle tips or something like that, or like anatomy. I could say muscle tips. Lord Jesus. I'm gonna call those the
rib
workroom.
tips.
Yeah. Oh, burnt ends, brisket for sure. Yeah, it's like we're gonna go into the workroom and learn some things about anatomy because it's a lot that we need to know in all the things. So I wear several hats, and sometimes my hair has to be slicked down because I can't put a hat on this afro. Anyway, it's so long right now. It's ridiculous. I love it, but it's still in that in between long stage. I'll get it together at some point. I will.
It's totally your
So,
choice.
see, in and how we're gonna end this is to say that it's totally your choice. Just amusing. I don't get any money from Netflix or Queer Eye. I'm just saying, look at that episode. If you haven't looked at any of the other Queer Eyes, check them out. Binge watching is a thing. I'm just resting my butt. I taught dance for the first time in, I want to say 2 months yesterday, and I twisted my ankle. Yeah. So I've been sitting down. Sitting
Wow, your
down.
body had
Yeah.
told you real strong. Sit down.
Yeah. So I just been, sleeping and letting it rest and elevating it. So yeah, but my hair is gonna be fine when I get this other conditioner out of it. But going back to the hair.
Bring it back around. Full
Bring it
circle,
back
full
to the
circle.
hair. Bring it back to the head. No, bring it back to that on hair. Hair. Okay, well, with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. I don't know how long this thing went. How long did we go?
I don't know. Well, you think I'm keeping track? Ah, you crazy.
Okay, well, it's gonna be a wrap. So again, the The important thing here is consistency. One of my big words that I gave myself, I'm thinking of mantra words going into 2022, is surrender. And I don't mean like white flag surrender. I mean like there's a process, and when someone says trust the process and just let go and surrender. And that is what I am doing with Miss Lady on these podcasts. We're like, the only way to get through it is to do it. So I'm filming and doing all the stuff this week, and I'm pretty excited. So I want to thank the lady for keeping me on task because I am surrendering to the process. And I would
Hooray.
drop the mic, but it's expensive.
Yeah, don't do that. And I have a
Drop
headset
somebody
on, so I
else's.
can't drop a mic, it's attached.
Mm, wow. Okay. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you for listening to episode 2. Stay tuned for whatever random musings come up next on the Musings of the Maven. Bye.